Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Joey G, the wrestling's creative genius. That's what I am, and yes, it is. And a few questions to answer, and I never got back to from a couple people that wrote on this this blog my brother's got. And asked me some questions, and a couple, personal questions that were asked to me. But I was going to tell you about my creative things in the WWE and what could be going on right now. And what I'm seeing right now is going to be a great feud between Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. Because that feud, you got two, these guys, I think, just like Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, okay, they're meeting for the first time. I don't know if they're going to meet at Survivor Series. Maybe they will. Because I don't know if Dean Ambrose is going to be on Cena's team. Dean Ambrose is like a Steve Austin. I don't know if he's going to be on Team Cena. You know what I mean? Like, I think Ziggler's going to be, Ryback's going to be, Orton's going to be. Them three are going to be. So that's four right there, including Cena. So, what do you have? I don't know how they're going to do the teams. Are they going to do it like how they did bragging rights? With bragging rights, remember there were 7 on each team. But this isn't bragging rights no more because they don't even have a paper because SmackDown isn't their own brand and neither is Raw. They're both, and Raw was always bigger except for that span of 6-7 years, But like I said last night, if WWE does buy TNA, the brands will be switched, and I hear that the brands might be switched anyway. That TNA, that WWE might be switching up anyway. There's a lot of superstars on the WWE roster, and tomorrow night, Friday night before SmackDown, I'm going to go through the whole roster, the WWE roster, and tell you who should be there, who shouldn't, and all that. And all my creativity, all that's in here, all that can get out and make the WWE shoot to the moon like it did during the Attitude Era. The Ruthless Aggression Era was great, but it didn't shoot to the moon like the Attitude Era did. I was watching an interview with Shawn Michaels, and I do. I watch things. This is how I find out my expertise. This is how I know stuff. But even way before the internet even came out, I knew stuff in wrestling. I used to read every magazine. I was into everything. I was subscribed to a sheet that told me things that were going to happen before it even happened. You know what I mean? My boy in school, I forget his name, back in 9th grade. I remember shit, people say, damn, Joe, that really did happen, When Virgil, double-crossed the $1 Million Man and Roddy Piper was training him, you know what I mean? Like, I knew about that before it even happened. I knew Sherry was going to go with him. Everybody's like, Sherry's with the Macho King, Which, you going to leave Macho King and go with Roddy Piper or go with Ted DiBiase? And I said, yeah, and that's exactly what happened at WrestleMania 7. Just my creativity is just, wrestling's greatest, like I said, I'm the future, the head of creative, WWE, whatever, TN Gay, like I said, Dixie, I'll take your, because your show sucked last night. It was horrible. I didn't even know Kurt Angle was still there. When I saw Kurt Angle there, I'm like, on the 25th of January, I'm going to see him at the Wachovia Center. You know what I'm saying? He might even win. I doubt it. That would be really weird if he won the Royal Rumble. I don't know what the fans would do in Philly. They might boo him. They booed Batista in Pittsburgh, but that's Batista. But Batista didn't deserve to get booed. I think that was really mean of the people to boo Batista like that. Batista was over. I think Batista deserves a lot better, and Triple H is bringing him back. That's fact known. And I think he might even be getting The Rock at WrestleMania, because I think Triple H said to him, this is a rumor. This ain't just a rumor. It's something I read online. Dave, I know, this was before he did Guardians of the Galaxy, and everybody thought that was going to bomb out. And it wasn't great. It wasn't like, The Rock's movie, but Hercules wasn't that great. that's already on Blu-ray and DVD. That was just in the movies a month ago, 2 months ago. So Hercules wasn't that great. Batista's got the same look as The Rock. He just don't have the same attitude. You look at them two from behind, for real, from like a far distance, you can't tell them apart. Batista's the man. And the thing I don't get about Batista was he was booed in favor of another wrestler. That used to never happen. They booed Rey Mysterio at that Royal Rumble last year because he wasn't Daniel Bryan. They actually thought maybe he would get in the ring and take off the mask and it was Daniel Bryan. I don't understand. If you people can leave me some comments, some of you Daniel Bryan fans, because I'm not a Daniel Bryan fan. I don't root for him. I don't care if he's fighting the Great Khali, and I don't like the Great Khali. He's the great dumbass, the great kumbaya, whatever you want to call him. He's the great friggin', douchebag. But I would rather see him do that. What's he do? The Indian chop to Daniel Bryan. I cannot. It's nothing about Daniel Bryan being like, hey, I love underdogs. You know what I mean? I love underdogs. I just don't like Daniel Bryan. I don't like Kevin Steen either. That's a personal thing between me and Kevin Steen. And we will meet again, Kevin Steen. Trust me. We will. Because I'm going to the WWE. I will get there one day. And it ain't going to be in a wrestling capacity. It's going to be writing storylines. Being the creative genius that I am. But, little things to answer, right? I'm going to answer some questions. This is from Bob from Poughkeepsie, New York. Oh, that's where Tommy Dreamer told me to go to wrestling school at. He had a wrestling school there. This is, who do I think out of Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins will be WWE World Champion first? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Seth Rollins. As a matter of fact, I know that, okay? At WrestleMania 31, as I told everybody, no matter who wins the Royal Rumble, Ryback, Dean Ambrose, CM Punk, Kurt Angle, whoever, you know what I mean? Whoever wins it. Whoever. John Cena, which I don't think so. No, John Cena ain't going to win it. But even if he did, Seth Rollins is cashing in the Money in the Bank. The Rock, whoever. The end of WrestleMania 31 is going to end with Seth Rollins holding that WWE World title. And you know what? Unless it's Dean Ambrose he beats. Unless it's Dean Ambrose or CM Punk or Randy Orton. Anybody else, I'll be fine. Especially, even if it's Ryback. I mean, I like Ryback, but I like Seth Rollins better. You know what I mean? And rumors Seth Rollins is changing up the gear because I'm not the only one who says he wears that gay-ass scuba diving gear. He's going to change it up to where like they're silver pants and they're kind of like pleather, not leather, like pleather. Like my boy Chris Watooth made that up before. I used to have a Tommy, I forget, was it Tommy? It was either Tommy Hill or Eddie Bauer. And it was like pleather back in like 2000, 99, 2000. They used to call it pleather. He's going to have like pleather black pants on, and they're going to be a little more baggy. They're not going to be like skin tight. Like Seth Rollins was like a retard. I mean, for real. Especially when he was wearing the shirt, too. You know, and it's the thing with Roman Reigns. I mean, okay, he's going to be somewhat of a star. He has it in him. I mean, all this comparison to him, he's another Test. No, he's not another Test. I mean, no, he's better than Test. I got to say that. I mean, I believe this guy can be a star. And I do like Roman. I like his 5 moves. I mean, he only has about, he's got a little more moves than Kev, you know, Kevin Nash. But I like Roman Reigns. I like him. You know what I mean? But he's got to get rid of that. He's still got his shield gear on. Even Seth Rollins, if you put him and Seth and Roman Reigns together, they would still look like the Shield. The only one that changed this shit up was Dean Ambrose because he's wearing regular gear. But how long is that going to last? I mean, you can't have the face of the company wearing jeans and even though Cena wore his rap gear, but I mean, he had just the jean shorts on and he wrestled in the ring. Dean Ambrose has got the white beard, the jeans, the boots, or the sneakers, whatever. You know what I mean? In the Indies, he was his real name John Moxley. He had real wrestling tights on, but he did look kind of corny. You know what I mean? That doesn't make it in New York. WWE, bright lights, big city, big titties. You know what I mean? I used to say bright lights, big titties, but, you know, that's just Joey J, you know. I'm trying not to curse. My foul mouth sometimes gets me in trouble, but I got to, you know, make a joke here or there. That's just me. But, you know, a lot of things happen. Who is my pick to win the Royal Rumble? I said that Ryback. Do I know where the site of WrestleMania 33 is going to be at? All I know is it's going to be in Florida. That's all I know. You know where WrestleMania 32 is going to be. In Arlington, Texas, where the Dallas Cowboys play, AT&T Stadium. Supposedly, they're going to break the Silverdome record from, like this shirt, Thug Life. See that? Look at that. That's the shit. Some Thug Life, right? Tupac. Shout out to Tupac, greatest rapper of all time. And shout out to the Click, the Real Click, HBK, Triple H, Big Kev, Scott Hall, Pac, Justin Incredible. Rest in peace, Louis Spicoli, whatever. You know, he was a little member of the Click. You know what I mean? The Click for life, NWO for life, Macho Man, Mr. Perfect, Rick Rude, rest in peace. And, you know, there's a lot of things going on right now in the WWE. And, like, I don't know which way to go. Like, I mean, Batista's coming back to WrestleMania. And the rumor is that, I didn't finish that story, that Triple H said you deserve better, Dave. And he's going to give him The Rock, which everybody's looking, the Triple H is going to fight The Rock. No, it's going to be Triple H and Randy Orton. Again, like I said, it's going to be the third time they're going to be involved in a match together. This is going to be their second one-on-one meeting, and the third time they were in the ring together, because WrestleMania 24, they were in a three-way with Cena in there. Then 25, they main evented, and now 31, they're going to go one-on-one, because Randy's is going to feud with Seth to WrestleMania, just about, you know what I mean? And then after the Elimination Chamber or No Way Out, I still don't know what they're going to call it yet. You know what I mean? Because what's the chamber going to be for? I mean, for real. Unless they come up with what's it going to be for? I mean, a title shot in the future? Or are they going to add it to the, they're going to have a three-way at WrestleMania? I mean, what's it going to be? It's the winner of the Royal Rumble. There's only one title now. I could see, if there were still two titles, and you have the Elimination Chamber for one of them belts, then I could see it. And why do these gimmicks, thank God this year, these battle royals, I'm thinking of WrestleMania 17, the gimmick battle royal. These gimmick pay-per-views are going. And that was one of the questions. When do you think it's over this year? Like, Money in the Bank is at WrestleMania. The match is going back to WrestleMania. That's why Seth Rollins is going to cash in at WrestleMania. Because there's going to be two Money in the Banks until Seth cashes in at the end of the night. I mean, I don't know who's going to be in that Money in the Bank yet, but I know there's going to be a lot of good. I mean, the WrestleMania matches I'm hearing. I'm telling you, if Ryback wins that world, Ryback versus Brock Lesnar is a great main event. I mean, if they would do a three-way, like something, and have Batista win the Elimination Chamber, can you imagine Brock versus Ryback versus Batista? I mean, in a way, the ring general would probably have to be Batista. You know what I mean? Because, Ryback's still kind of young, and Brock ain't no ring general. He's just an ass kicker. And still, for real, I still think Brock's better than both of them. But one of them could beat Brock, maybe. You know what I mean? And, Ryback is the youth, but I would like to see Batista win it. Because I'm a Batista fan. I've always been a Batista fan. I always liked Batista. When he went to SmackDown and Cena came to Raw, I was mad. Because, I always liked Raw better because Raw was the flagship show. I watched SmackDown. For a while, SmackDown was better. But I thought it was corny because Cena on SmackDown, he made SmackDown special. Raw was always going to be special. Always was going to be special. But Cena's been on it since June, what was it? June 5th, 6th, 2005. He's been on that show. Over 9 years, he's been on Raw. He's been back to SmackDown, but no full time. You know what I'm saying? No full time, no nothing. All right, there's one last question I'm going to answer. This is from Paula in, Tulsa? I guess Tulsa, Oklahoma? Yeah, Paula. Who do I think is going to win? Team Cena or Team Authority at Survivor Series? Something's going to happen, like I said last night during that match. That match means something big for either, I don't know. I kind of think Team Authority is going to lose. I think Team Cena is going to win. Maybe a Cena heel turn, finally. It's going to happen. We never saw it coming. And that's the biggest thing. And Buddha Guns, my former partner that used to do the show with me, Buddha Guns, he said it. When Cena goes heel, we never, ever saw it coming. Never. We never saw it coming. It's just going to happen. We never saw it coming. None of us. We never saw it coming when John Cena goes heel. Or the Authority wins and then something happens. I don't know. It seems like Vince is kind of, you know how Vince is. He gets sick of things. You can tell. He's kind of like, the Authority is kind of up. You figure they've been running shit since before SummerSlam the last year. Remember Vince was making fun of Daniel Bryan with that gay-ass sport coat he had on? It is getting old. It's time for something new, and I believe something new and big is on the horizon for the WWE. And remember, Joey G, let everybody know, Joey G, the future head of creative of pro wrestling. WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, All Japan, whatever. ICW, whatever. House of Hardcore, any of them. CZW, Joey G can cut the promos, can do it all, can get the fans to hate him. I can get them to love me. I can say, I love you. Remember Brother Love? That was my man. I'm going to bring up a clip of Brother Love during one of these shows one time. That was my man, Brother Love. This is Joey G. I'm out. Do my show tomorrow night. I'm going to do it on the WWE roster, a short show. And then Saturday, somebody's going to interview me about my little thing in Florida. and Los Angeles. But this is Joey G. Have a nice night, everybody. I'm out. Peace. Later, dicks.